I've got my onion pakori in my right hand, chai in my left hand, and that's how you do justice to onion pakori. Heavenly bliss. Today I'm going to make a very classic rooftop snack, onion pakori. Now, people in the UK and US probably call this as onion bhaji, but we here in Lucknow and in my family call this Pyaz ki pakori. Pakori and bhaji are essentially the same thing. It's just a different name, same person, different identity. A really beautiful recipe, requires very little from you. Refer to the recipe, the written recipe. I will tell you how much of what I've added, but also you can take your own liberty with this recipe. Actually, this recipe will come about really nicely if you just use your intuition. So we've got some gram flour here. I've got some beautifully chopped onions and some green chillies that have been chopped into this bowl. Something that I really like about simple dishes is how delicious they are. I love when ingredients taste of themselves. Simple is supreme. So this is gram flour, which is also called besan in Hindi. It's magical stuff, this. And I'm now going to add some spices. So let's begin with salt, and we can always taste the salt levels once we've got everything together. Next is turmeric, Kashmiri red chilli powder. Because I'm at home, I have the luxury of using fresh ajwain leaves. I'm just going to cut these into the gram flour. So a little bit of rooftop kitchen alchemy for you. The reason why we use ajwain seeds when we make pakori is because, they'll be deep fried in oil, and ajwain will help you in digesting your decadence. I will just mix everything up and then add the onions and chilies in. We don't need much water in this, we just need a splash of water so that everything just sticks together. You just have to kind of add little splash of water, and if it doesn't stick, then you add a little bit more. Doesn't stick, add a little bit more. This is what consistency we want. You add water little by little. Once you get to a consistency which is sticky, but it's also a bit glossy, satiny, that's when you know it's done. Stodgy is here, wet is there, and then you are here. So we need deep frying level of oil, okay? If you're here to judge, turn back and get out. This is pakori and it needs deep frying, which is why it's not your everyday meal. It's just for deep frying, so any vegetable oil would be fine. It's almost heated up, but I'm just going to give it a couple of more minutes for it to be sizzling hot. Can't really shape them. Just taking very tiny dollops, very little dollops. Drop dollops. Pakoris will release themselves. If you've just dropped them and you try and scrape them off, they won't like that. Okay. So once they've released themselves, then just cook them from the other side. We want them nice and golden. I think pakoris are really very joyful. They're tiny, they're nice and crispy and just delicious and simple. What's not to like? Thank you. So we just want our pakoris to be nicely crisp and golden on both the sides. There's lots of hints that you can look for when you're trying to understand how to cook a certain dish. So the color, the texture, feel. So with these, your pakoris should look brightly golden. They shouldn't look like sad little things drenched in oil. Give them a good life. I have run out of my kitchen towel just now. But when you make them, when you fry them, just have a kitchen towel at the bottom and then put your pakoris on it, and then you can take it off later. Onion pakoris are done, and I've got a really nice fresh zingy coriander, mint and lemon chutney. And one last thing I will do to my pakori is sprinkle some chaat masala. Chaat masala is a blend of spices, but it's like a finishing spice. So you can just sprinkle it on top of anything. So especially if you're, let's say, eating fried chicken, fried fish, pakori. Time for the taste test. I'm just going to take one pakori, dab it into my chutney. Chai ready in my left hand. Bon appetit. Now we're talking. It's got such a nice flavor. You know, the flavor of the gram flour and the onions, and then the kick of chili. So probably, I think every pakori has one little slice of chili, which is really nice. And then the freshness of the coriander and mint and lemon chutney is just next level. Heavenly bliss. I think I just really want to highlight how simple it is, and I've seen that people in the UK absolutely love an onion bhaji, okay? And that's what people order when they're in the restaurants. You don't need to. You can make it at home. It's so simple. I'm going to now sit and have my onion pakori and chai on this rooftop cafe. And I'll see you with something else next time. Moo. There's a cow in the background. Moo. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow, wow. Beep, 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 beep. The honking. The perpetual honking